My wife laughed with her friends. I control him with one thing. So I took that one thing off the table and let her find out how little control she really had. I walked into our kitchen last Tuesday and heard Kara on speakerphone, laughing with her girlfriends. Mari asked, "How do you keep Evan so well behaved?" Kara said, "I control him with one thing." They burst out laughing. Megan added, "Same. Go cold for a few days. Derek's like a puppy." They traded tactics like coaches comparing playbooks. Intimacy as leverage. The tired excuse. Going to bed early without saying goodnight to make them panic. I stood at the fridge, cold air hitting my face. Then I backed into the garage and sat in my car, hands shaking. Not from anger, from realization. 3 years of confusion suddenly made sense. 6 months ago, I planned a camping trip with my brother. Kara said she was fine with it. The week before, she went cold. One-word answers. By Thursday, I canceled. She warmed up immediately. 3 months ago, I worked late 2 nights. She went ice cold. I spent a week apologizing for something she never said bothered her. It was a pattern, a deliberate system. Every time I didn't agree with her, she'd withdraw. Quiet, calculated distance that made me feel like I was failing a test I didn't know I was taking. Intimacy became a reward system. Good behavior got warmth. Step out of line, get coldness. I blamed myself the entire time. I decided to stop playing. Wednesday morning, I grabbed my gym bag, unused for 6 months, and headed to my car. Kara looked shocked. "Where are you going?" "Gym." I went every morning. Kara went cold immediately. I let her. Made my own dinner. Watched what I wanted. By week 2, she switched tactics. Suddenly interested in my day. Obviously affectionate in calculated ways. I was polite, didn't take the bait. Week 3, I told her I was meeting my brother Friday, the same one whose trip I'd canceled. I thought we could do something this weekend. We can do something Saturday. The power dynamic cracked right there. That night, she started a fight. "Why are you being so distant? Why don't you want to spend time with me?" I looked at her. "I'm not distant. I'm just not asking for permission to exist anymore." The next morning, she was sweet, making breakfast, asking if I wanted coffee, but I'd been fooled before. I kept my boundaries firm. Over the next month, Kara cycled through every tactic she had. Cold, sweet, angry, desperate. She accused me of having an affair, cried that she was losing me, yet she never worried when she was creating the distance. I stayed consistent. Gym, friends, work, plans without permission. For 3 years, I'd been anxious constantly, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Once I stopped playing, the anxiety disappeared. I wasn't scared of her coldness anymore. Her power only existed because I'd given it to her, and I'd just taken it back. 6 weeks in, we sat at the kitchen table. She looked exhausted, defeated. "Why are you doing this?" I knew what she meant. Why wasn't I playing her game anymore? Because I'd rather be alone than be controlled. Real fear crossed her face. The next morning, she asked point blank, "Do you want a divorce?" I took a long breath. "No, but I don't want what we had either. I want a partnership where respect isn't conditional, where we make decisions together instead of you using distance to get your way." I leaned forward. "If the game comes back, I'm gone." She started crying. Real tears, not manipulation. "I didn't realize I was doing it. My mom did this. My friends do it. I thought this was how you keep power." "Was I walking over you before this started?" Silence. "No. I was scared of losing control." "We need help." She nodded. We found a counselor. Kara had to say out loud what she'd been doing. Dr. Patterson gave us homework, expressing needs directly, not through manipulation. Kara struggled, but kept trying. When she'd start to withdraw, she'd catch herself. "I'm frustrated and need space." Every time she chose honesty, I felt hope. Week 10, we disagreed about Thanksgiving plans. Her family wanted us there. I'd already committed to my brother's place. Old system, she'd have gone cold for days. Instead, Kara took a breath. "I'm disappointed, but I understand you made a commitment. What if we visit my family the weekend after? No games, just compromise." 3 months later, she apologized unprompted. "I'm sorry for treating our marriage like a chess game. I forgive you, but I'll never go back to accepting control for peace." She looked me in the eye. "I don't want you to." I believed her, not because she said it, because months of actions proved it. I stayed because the game ended.